Okay, so I want to walk you through getting started, setting up, and then working on your pre-assessment. The example that I'm going to show is for the Fine Arts 1, but it's pretty close to the same as the Fine Arts 2. So you can definitely follow the steps just the same. So first, I want to encourage you to read all the directions, start to finish. Even if that's like a quick run through, it's a good idea, okay? Then I am on slide number 2, where you can see the directions start with the heading General Directions. Read all the directions, right there again for you. You can use pencil, pen, or Sharpie, whatever you feel comfortable with. You can also choose to maybe switch back and forth. Use one for one thing and then a different tool for another. That's up to you. Use the white drawing paper that I provided you. It'll be 9 by 12, just like this drawing here, okay? Do not erase, meaning it's okay for you to show me your progress lines. Right here, I have an example that I can show you exactly what I mean by this. You can see when I draw, I have progress lines, or you can call them whatever you want. They have lots of names, but your midlines will show anything that maybe where you adjusted. I want to see that stuff. It's totally okay to have it there. Okay, so do not erase. I'm going to be angry if you erase. I don't want you to use erasers. When you are done, complete the Google Forms self-eval but not until you are done with the drawing portion, okay? And then you're going to upload that, the photos to the self-eval Google form. Please do your best, but also remember that you are in this class to learn and get better. So don't get freaked out or upset or stage fright. In each question on each slide, I'll tell you what it is that I'm looking for. Should take you about an hour and a half to complete if you're doing your best, but also not going crazy with, just too much. Okay, so this drawing pre-assessment is going to be due 1 week into school, which hopefully will be the 21st. Okay, we'll see. Because with the time that I'm making this, I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so first slide with directions is number 3. Let me get down to that. Okay, says write your first and last name in the corner of your first drawing paper. So Murph, right there. Oh, there we go. M. Murph. Okay, and then turn it over. Fold your paper in half, hamburger way. This is a reference, what most of you were taught, hot dog and hamburger. Okay, this is simply to give you a frame within to work. Okay, so that you have good space boundaries. All right. On the first half, this is, with your name now on the back, so it's not going to end up in the middle of your best drawing ever. On the first half, remember these, I'm just giving you general directions on how to do this. This applies really specifically to Fine Arts 1. The Fine Arts 2, you have your own specific directions. I'm just showing you, okay, basics. On the first half, please draw a cube and a cylinder, filling the entire half with just the 2 forms, no shading. And I've given you this little diagram that shows you the square with the eggs, and let me put it here. Okay, so remember, no erasing. Remember, 2 forms filling up 1 half, okay? And drawing your best. So when I'm asked to draw a cube, everybody draws things differently. Oh, by the way, no rulers are necessary. So I'm going to use about this much space. This is what I'm thinking and what I'm doing here. So I'm going to start by drawing the arrow. That's how I start any rectangular form, okay? You draw an arrow pointing down. Those are your 3 basic lines. And then I'm doing this, drawing my parallel sides in. Okay, vertical lines always. So what am I looking for? Well, it says right on there that these activities on this page are meant to test your drawing skills, a little bit of perspective, okay? And if you're in drawing fine arts too, a little bit of your shading experience as well, okay? So over here, about this size, I would be drawing my cylinder. Now, I'm not going to spend the time to do that right now. On the other half, this is where you're going to draw and then shade to appear three-dimensional as forms, both a circle, which becomes a sphere. Oh, I wanted to show you that my preferred way of drawing loosely shapes and forms is to lay the pencil on its side and make a nice round form that way, which I'd also put into play if I was going to be drawing a cylinder, which has, actually I would never not finish it, which has nice round ellipses on the end, centered on their midlines, right? That needs more work. Okay, so that's the first page. So I went through, well, it's not quite done, is it? So I had gone through earlier, I'm starting to lay it all out. I wanted you to see what that looked like, okay? So as you progress through the slides, you'll see that the first one is here, I'll give you something to look at besides my arm. As you go through, the first one is the forms. The second one is the landscape, and you're drawing that on one half as well. Just a very simple landscape oriented this way. What you're using is scale, some trees, some mountains, and use things, the emphasis on scale, how large things are, where they are on the paper. Okay, on the other half, you're doing a human eye. Or if you're in fine arts too, I believe you have the option of the portrait, full portrait, okay? So as you go through these, you're gonna do all the directions on your slides, and then you get to the last page, which asks you to very simply take a photograph, nice and clear from this angle right here that you see in my camera, which is bird's eye view. Okay, don't give me like a shot at the glance on the side, okay? Give me a nice clear shot, and then you're gonna upload that to the Google form.